Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the file save, the flash drive function of the CTMP 2012. I have inserted a flash drive into the unit and booted it up, and I've reached the main menu. Okay, the first thing I have to do is enter the heading information and a file name. So to do that, I hit the file start on the menu. It says disk drive found. If it doesn't say disk drive found, it'll go back to the menu. So you have to read that and make sure it's found. Of course, if you have one in there, it will be found. Okay, first thing I'm going to select is station. If I want to select a data field here for entry, I just touch the data field that I want to enter the data in. Over here it'll say entering station. So I'll enter Vegas. V-E-G-A-S. You see, I spelled it wrong here because I'm too far away, but I'll just accept that misspelling for right now. Bus will say north, just for an N. Voltage 66 kV, and enter. And I can go back and touch any of these and edit it if I want to. Okay, so let me do the circuit. We can put 8 characters in any of these to describe it. We'll just say it's circuit 7. Okay, and return. Now I've reached the point where I'm going to enter the file name. Need to check and make sure that what I've entered in the fields here is correct, because once that's entered, once you enter the file name, that saves that data just as it is at that point. So I'm going to fix the spelling mistake in Vegas, V-E. And what I can do is I can use this X key here to back up and correct something. I'm kind of behind the camera at the extension of my reach, that's why this is more difficult than usual. Okay, I'll put return on here, and now I have saved Vegas North 66 kV and 7. The file name, I'm just going to use my VERN. And AAAA, all A's are the default, so if you happen to save the default file, you get all A's in the file name. It's followed by .text. Okay, so now I have everything I want in there, so go ahead and hit return, and it's opening a file called VERN AAAA 4A's.text. Okay, so now we'll start testing. I could also, if I wanted, I could pull the drive out right now and we just have the heading information on it. So the heading information is preserved. So if you had to shut the test set down right now and go to lunch, say, you could come back, turn it back on, just enter the file name in the file start section, and it would reopen that file and append the test as you went along. Okay, I'm going to hit ratio, CT ratio low. Okay, and then I'll put the output on. Bump up the variac until you don't want to save the data until you get a polarity, a angle, and a ratio here. Otherwise, you won't save anything. So save it. It says saving, and it says saved. It would say if I hit it without before I had valid data, it would just say no data and nothing would happen. Okay, so I'm done with that, and I'm going to go back to the main menu and perform a saturation test. So I'll hit saturation. I know this saturates below 200 volts, so I'll hit sat 200 volts. Okay, I can check my reading up here. I have CT saturation test 0 to 200 volts. And of course, since I'm going to save the drive, we do an automatic test. So I'll turn this on. Output is on. You have to do that first to consciously turn the output on. And then press the test button. Okay, the test button says testing. And what will happen now is it will automatically perform a saturation graph of the CT. As you can see, the little graphic, the little line is increasing as the voltage and current increases. Right now it's below saturation. It's just measuring basically the inductive reactance. When it reaches the knee point, the word SAT will appear here. It'll measure the distortion of the exciting current, determine that the CT is saturated, and flag it as such. So we'll let it run until it gets there. Okay, the sat flag is now turned red, so we've reached saturation. It will continue on up until it reaches about 1 amp and then shut off. And then once it shuts off, it lists the collected data right there and is also saving it to the hard drive. And now it says save. Okay, so now I've saved both ratio and polarity data to the hard drive. So now I can remove the drive from the unit, and I'll go over here and put it in my PC. And I'll open Notepad. Open the file, and there it is. Let me move the camera over here, and you can see there on the screen I have a set of ratio and saturation data for one CT, and I could just go keep on recording. They go to B phase and record the ratio, and B phase to record the saturation, and do 3 phases of CTs on one file, and then I could go back to the main menu and start a new file, a second file for, say, the next set of CTs. Okay, and that is the basics of using the flash drive. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching.